Would everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence for our fallen heroes. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Veterans Day is a day that honors those men and women who have served their country in the United States Armed Forces. November 11th is the day those special people are honored. In our country, Veterans Day was not always known by that name. On November 11th, 1918, on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, World War I ended. This was known as the War to End All Wars, and everyone in the world rejoiced. This day became known as Armistice Day in honor of the truce of peace made on this day.
Armistice Day became a day to recognize those people who had fought so courageously in World War I. And to celebrate the peace that now existed, November 11th was designated as a federal holiday in 1938. But shortly after this holiday was declared, World War II broke out. The dream of the war to end all wars was now gone. Many lives were lost during the Second World War, and those who lost loved ones and those who fought for our country needed to be recognized, as well as those World War I patriots.
In 1954, Congress changed the name of Armistice Day to Veterans Day in order to honor all United States veterans. At this time, President Eisenhower asked all Americans to strive for peace. In the United States, people remember Veterans Day with celebrations, parades, speeches, and special services like this assembly. It is a day to honor all veterans who have served in our country.
Have you ever met a man or a woman who has served in the military in peacetime or fought in a war? Veterans work to protect us and our freedom. Here are a few famous veterans you may know.
Famous veteran, Elvis Presley. Mr. Presley was drafted into the Army in 1958 in the middle of his senior career. Elvis served 2 years in Korea. He returned to singing after his time of service.
Famous veteran Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss joined the Army during World War II, where he worked in Hollywood creating documentaries or informational movies. He received a Legion of Merit Medal for his work.
Famous veteran Ice-T. Ice-T had a rough and tumble upbringing in South Los Angeles. He decided to join the Army and served in the 25th Infantry Division.
Famous veteran Pat Sajak. Pat Sajak rose the Wheel of Fortune and joined the U.S. Army in 1968 and was sent to Vietnam. There he served as a disc jockey or radio announcer on Armed Forces Radio.
Famous veteran, Colleen Wilson. Mrs. Wilson served in the U.S. Army Reserves from 1989 until 1993. She was a patient administration specialist with the 369th Dental Headquarters. She is now a second-grade teacher at St. Trace Elementary.
Veterans Day is a day to honor veterans, but what are some of the ways we can do that?
Well, we can hold parades to show the veterans that we're thankful for everything they've done for us.
We can also send thank you cards to veterans or even just letters letting them know how thankful we are that they chose to serve their country.
Another way America shows honor to our veterans is by closing post offices, banks, and sometimes even schools. Many businesses like restaurants often offer veterans a free meal.
Please join us now in honoring family members of ZT Elementary families. These brave men and women have served or are active in the armed forces.